Hi, welcome to Moments with Mimi, and today we're going to talk about the law of death. In order for something to grow, then death must occur. Uh, when you hear about, the faith of a mustard seed, it's about the seed dying in the soil and becoming this mustard plant. And the only thing a mustard seed wants to do is be a mustard plant. And then once it becomes that, starts growing, germinating, then all it thinks about is, I'm a mustard plant. I'm the best mustard plant. I'm the mustard plant. I'm the best mustard plant. And it digs down and gets the water with its roots. It rises up into the sunshine. The roots happen first. They got this. The seed goes into the soil, the roots begin to grow, you get first leaves, and then you start getting true leaves. And this is how a plant grows. And that's all that plant wants to do is grow and get bigger and make seed and babies. Grow, get bigger, make seed, make babies. I am abundance. Look at me. That's all it does. Doesn't think and worry about if the sun's going to be out. It doesn't think and worry about whether there'll be water or not. It's not aware of those things. It assumes those things are there. And it's just going to keep digging, digging, growing, growing, and it will be a mustard plant. That's what that means. Absolute faith. No worries. The water's there, the sun's there, the food and everything I need is there. It's there. It's not thinking about needing anything. It's thinking about it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there, oh there. That's what it is. So when you think a thought or you get a belief, you've planted this into the soil of your subconscious mind where the life principle sits. And it's going to give it life. Now, imagination is what planted the seed, and imagination is what is telling the seed how to grow, what to be, all the things you give attention to. Anything you're thinking about is growing. So you'd be surprised at the things that you've allowed into your consciousness and that you've accepted. I mean, just, for example, that people can have wrecks on the freeway. We've accepted that. I just don't care. I don't like seeing it, so I stay away from the news. You pick and choose your battles. Is it a battle I really want to have? Well, I don't care for it. I sure don't care about, that kind of thing happening. But at the same time, I don't like seeing it happening to others. I know I wouldn't like it. So instead of individually as you hear it, that gets tiring. So eventually you just get to, you know what? People don't have rights anymore. I don't believe that shit. It's all it's all good. They're all paying attention and they're all waving to each other, and fast traffic stays in the left lane and slow traffic stays in the right lane, and it's all good. And people wave to each other. And then that's what I will experience, and the things, that confirm that to me in my consciousness will come to my consciousness that this has changed. And why did it change? Because I died to the old man. I don't accept that. I don't believe that anymore. That's the old Rita. This is the new Rita. This Rita doesn't believe in that. She believes everybody is kind on the freeways, that, fast traffic stays left, slow traffic stays right, everybody's aware of each other, and they wave, and it's all good. So, it's those kinds of things. And, you could be walking through a room. I mean, this happened to me. I was walking through the room, and my husband was watching the news, and they were talking about the drought in South Africa and how it was a 4-year drought. And what caught my attention was this man was bragging about how little water they use. That they use like a quart of water or 2 quarts of water to bathe. And I'm thinking, excuse me? No, no, no. I don't accept that. And I went in the other room and I sat down for a minute and went to silence, and I heard the TV announcer, the news commentator say the drought in South Africa is over. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And then, just forgot about it. About a month later, when I opened up the browser, there it was. South Africa's 4-year drought is over. Wow, isn't that wonderful? Yay! They can just stand in the shower and feel that water and not worry about it. It's great. Now, of course, I didn't really have any skin in that game, so it was easy to drop it and forget it. Death is you drop it and forget it. Okay? When you're doing this unconsciously, that's what you're doing all the time. You're accepting things into your consciousness, dropping it, forgetting it. Then it appears and you deny it. You deny you had anything to do with it. But you did. It was all you. So that is something to keep in mind as you go through your day, whether you're listening to the radio or, whatever. Commercials are the worst, especially in America. They tend to be full of drugs. Oh, are you experiencing this or this or this symptom? You might need this drug. Go see your doctor. And then, the push with the doctor, you hear it all the time. Be sure and talk to your doctor. Be sure, I don't need to talk to my doctor about what I eat. And I don't need to talk to my doctor about anything. In fact, I don't need a doctor. I don't have one. Now, I understand if you don't have enough faith, then the doctor is there for you. That is bowing to another, and I'm just not going to do it. And all my life, I have not done that. That is, one of the horsemen that I killed off completely in 2005. The few times I did get sick, it was because I had accepted in my consciousness what my mother had told me, which was as soon as I feel pain, it's a strep throat or it's a bad infection. And that's what I accepted. So as soon as I felt pain, I go to the doctor. Yes, you do. Here's some drugs. I believed the drugs would cure me. They did. And I moved on. But I didn't think about it anymore. But then came the time of going to the doctor, and this man, I know he was thinking he was doing what he thought was best. He thought he was doing what was good. I had a sore throat, went in. It had been so long since I'd seen the doctor, I had to fill all the forms out again. Real pain in the ass. And then, you get back there, and he's like, well, yes, you have a strep throat, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I just came in to get a prescription. He goes, well, we need to talk about, you're over 50 and you need this test and this test and this test and this test and this test. And I'm going to schedule that for you for next week. I'm like, no, you're not. And he was like, excuse me? I said, look, I'm not looking for trouble. There's not a thing wrong with me. Well, this way, you catch it early. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing to catch. I only came in for the prescription. I knew what was wrong with me, and he got all huffy. And of course, he got huffy because I got huffy. And, well, you at least need a mammogram. No, I don't. What part of I'm not looking for trouble do you not understand? There's not a thing wrong with me. And I left, and I haven't been back since. I haven't needed to go back. I think everyone needs to understand that, it's going to be what you think it is. And the few times I have allowed myself to get sick, it was because I accepted what someone else said. Like, oh, you look really tired. Are you getting that flu? It's a bitch. And there have been a couple times when I've said, ooh, maybe I am. Maybe I didn't, I'm not sure. And then got the flu. And I'll tell you the story about that flu, too. This is how I died to the flu. Back in the 70s, the swine flu was coming. It's going to be an epidemic. It's horrible. Everybody, you got to go get the vaccine. Go get it now. You could die. So I went and got the vaccine. Everyone in my family did. I got really sick from that vaccine. It was about a month, and it was just nasty, horrible. And it turned out that they gave me a shot for the swine flu, and I caught the swine flu from the shot. And then they come out and say, oh, well, it changed variants. Viruses, they change all the time. So, oops. And yeah, no, it wasn't really epidemic. Oops. But at least you were all prepared. Okay, next year, here comes this other flu. We got to be ready. Come on, get your vaccine. No, not gonna do it. Screw that shit. I don't believe you. It will change regardless. You will never be able to keep up with it, and I don't care. End of story. Well, no, then I got a job in the medical industry, and it became their policy that you had to go get the flu shot. And I told my boss, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. Well, you can bring a note from your religious leader exempting you from it if you don't believe in that. I don't have a religious leader. Well, then you're going to have, no, I'm my leader. I am not interested in getting sick with their shot, who won't protect me from whatever flu they're all afraid of, because that flu's already changed. And they're going to come out after they've passed out all these shots and say, oops, sorry. And no, I'm not doing it. Well, then you can't be around the patients. Okay. Doesn't bother me one bit. That's how you want to play? That's fine. And in the end, I got the little sticker that said I could go be by the patients, and I had to wear this mask and all this other stuff if I had to be in the patient area, which was a very rare event. Um, but it was a struggle, and this was what I believed absolutely. I wasn't going to bow to you, and that's all there is to it. I'm not interested in being that sick again. This is what I thought. And then I learned, as Obamacare came into my consciousness, that I don't need that. I don't need health insurance. I'm perfectly healthy. Y'all are just making sure everybody thinks they can be sick. And okay, that's the objective side. I get that. And here's the subjective side. There is no illness unless I believe in it. So I don't believe in it. Other people can believe in it and suffer. Go for it. I'm done suffering. I'm like Scarlett O'Hara right before the intermission. I will never be hungry again. Well, I'm never, ever going to screw myself again. Never. I don't accept that. I don't accept I can be sick. I don't accept I can be poor. I do not accept I can be hungry. I'm always full. What most people don't understand is a desire is an angel that comes to you. It says, "Oh, do you think you can get sick?" Most people do, because a good intentioned mother and father were trying to keep you healthy and doing the best that they could and trying to get you to understand, the objective side of the world can fuck with you. So take care of yourself. Well, here's the doozy, uh, we're recalling romaine lettuce because we believe that that is where the salmonella is making these people over here sick because they all got that lettuce. Huh? No. If the water was so horrible in Brazil during the Olympics, uh, why did the ones that go not get sick? Because they felt like they were going to be perfectly healthy and fine. That's why. It's about really looking at things and deciding, okay, I'm dying to that. This is what I'm going to be now. And it's picking your battles. What battle are you fighting? Okay, so if it's poverty, then you have everything. Everything is yours. The world's inside you. The universe is inside you. And you project it out. Everything is yours. So feel that fullness. That is the consciousness of imagination. Feel it. Feel it fill you up, and you will never desire anything again because you're full. Desire is a hunger. That's what it is. You get the hunger. And people are always, looking for the answer when the answer is inside. But you have to go outside and listen to all these things and determine what you're going to accept and what you're going to make into your world, what you're going to die to and bring to life. And we do it all the time. So understand that the law of death is about you dying to something you've been conscious of and not accepting that anymore. And then something has replaced it, because energy consciousness, it can't die, but it can be changed. Now, death itself, you don't die. Nothing dies. Nothing. You just think that rabbit you hit died. It didn't. It's alive somewhere else. It was for you to experience hitting it because you worried about hitting a bunny. I don't know. Anyways, it's not really dead. That flower that, dries up and fades away, it waxes and wanes here, but it doesn't die. It never goes away. You can pull it right back out of your imagination and something will appear. So, uh, and it happens magically sometimes. My husband really wanted another roselia plant, and our cutting had died. And he was like, "Oh, I really wish we had one." Well, this weed popped up overnight in the back garden, and I said, "Well, I think that's a crepe myrtle, but I'm not sure. The leaves look like a roselia. And how did a roselia seed get back here?" And he's like, "I don't know. But let's put it in a pot." So we did. And sure enough, it turned into a roselia. And sure enough, we put it in the front. And it's just amazingly beautiful. And it's also the exact color of flower he wanted, which is, we have some yellow and red ones, and this one was all red. And it's just gorgeous. So it's things like that. Um, that one died, but he didn't accept that he wouldn't have another roselia. He kept imagining a roselia with red flowers in the front, and one popped up. It wasn't me doing it. That was him doing it. And it was beautiful and it was wonderful. So you want to think about that. Choose your battles. Die to the old. Rise to the new. You're the phoenix coming out of the ashes of the old. There are just some things in your life that they're just not worth keeping. They don't serve you. So it's best to just let them die. Let them go. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you for being you. You're amazing.